Morning! Right, I'm back here. And it's progressing very nicely. Look at this. Carl's been here, done all the plastering. I've literally just got here though. Tiles have showed up from Nichols and Clark's. So my first job of the day is going to be loading these in. Yay! I've been away for it's a couple of weeks now. It's just given Carl the plasterer a nice chance to crack on. Look at this, this is lovely. He's left this corner off for me because I'm going to build a box in here, get more pipes running up into the loft, and obviously the shower valve and everything like that. We've got, like I said, the tiles have just shown up now. Look at these bedrooms, look lovely. So now this is done, I can just go around and hang the new rads and get it all piped up and everything. So I've got a fair bit of work to do here. I think that Carl's got a little bit left to do upstairs in the loft, but this whole floor's done. It's looking lovely. So yeah, gonna get these rads done. Loads to do in here, loads to do. But what's nice is I'm just here now, so I'm gonna just get this bashed out, get this all done. Lovely windows, frosted windows in. This bathroom's gonna look mwah, mustard. So right, let's get off my phone and crack on. I've got to get these tiles in. Right, I'm running in a cable for this nest today, and I finally, after 17 years of having my own company, bought some rods. Super rods. I think you can make me super Todd. Thank you, Ryan Davis, for recommending these. Now, I don't own any racketeers only, but look at this. A couple of pack-out crates and some waste pipe. I think you'll find they call that thinking inside the box. What a purchase that was. So that goes through there. Obviously, I can't get under any of these floors because it's staying. Managed to wingle that down the back of that joist all around these cables and pipes and whatnot. And it goes through under there and out to here. And what I'm going to do is use this chase. There's a hole through there and that takes me out to the garage. Right, now the entire reason I bought these rods, so this little fella here, you plonk that over like so. Oh, that's a snug, that's snug that is. I'll try and get it in as much as I can. Come on. Right then, so that's tied on like that. That's 7.5 pipe, isn't it? Oh, hello my lover, hello my friend. Oh look, you just know it's not going to come off. Oh, it's just a thing of beauty. Love it. I love it so much. Okay, so first thing I'm doing here, I'm just going to get this wiring finished off. And boy, so the Sparks, who did everything, he left trunking for me. And but I only had this little sliver here that he left for me. I know I could buy some, but I'm being lazy. But mate, it's made this very tricky. That is a nice tight squeeze. But essentially, how can I explain this? We've got obviously power for the boiler. That goes into the nest. I've also got this secondary pump that I'm going to wire in. That's this black bit of flex here to match the pump, to make that look all pretty. The zone valves go in this bit of trunking into this. This is the Vargo connector blocked. So I've got that all connected up into there. That comes through. And we've got this outlet that's going to be here that I'm going to tee in. I'm going to wire into the back of the spur for power. And then I've got an outlet here for my boiler and a secondary pump that's going to go into the boiler. So, quite complicated. It's easy if you're just throwing it all in, but trying to make it look neat is a different ballpark. So, right, let's crack on. Squeezed in, trying to make that look neat and bring that round. Now, the only sort of gap they give you to get into this is this here, so I've looped them cables up around there and I'm going to squash them up into this little bit here, and then that should hold that up away, you know, so it's not dangling everywhere, look a bit neater. And then into the PCB, into here. This is such a simple tip, but I always feel like the simple ones are the best. For years, I sort of put that through and like, trying to squeeze it through. Mate, just get a bit of silicone grease, little finger, get that in there. And I've just made a hole through that with my screwdriver, right? And look how much easier this goes in now. Ready? Lovely. You don't even have to struggle. Most of the stuff I've in the past that I've been like, shall I share that? It's ended up just being that little simple thing that just makes life easier. So, yeah. Watch this, ready? See that at the back there? Going through there, look. Lovely, no struggling. Easy peasy. Right, I'm gonna show you how simple it is to wire up this little pump here. It's a really, really nice, easy way the Velo have come up with. So, first things first, you're gonna get our plug, and do not forget this bit. It's probably the hardest bit about this, is putting that on first. So that slides on there, like so. Next stage is just to push this over the top as well. So it's got a little rubber bit in there, so make sure that's in there. Put that over in there, like so. So it's gonna go through like that. And then the next stage is we're just gonna strip these cables here. So that's it there. So they're stripped. Now you can either put that straight in the connector or use ferrules if you'd like. It's up to you. For the sake of this video, I'm not going to use ferrules because not everyone's got them, but this is how easy it is to use this. So they give you these tabs, like so, and all you do is I could try and get this there, is as you push the lever down, it opens up, and then you let go of the lever. Yeah? So you can do all three at once if you're that good, like that. Whoop. So we'll give that a go. Yeah, it's gold of that. Once that's all in like that, that can just be bent down like this, and then obviously just clip them back and lock them in place. So that's in there, nice neat job. Now that's like so. See, this can come up. Hopefully this is the right way around. Always get it round the wrong way. Like so, it's that way. That goes in there like here, ready? Nice, that's in. And then all we do here, and this is why, if you haven't done it, if you forget it, it's the most annoying thing ever. Screw that on like so. And that's done. And now the most satisfying part. In, done. Nice and neat. Cracking stuff. Just pointed out a load of wiring and haven't explained any of it. So this is what we're doing. On this house at the moment, we're just renovating it. We're putting new radiators in upstairs that are going to be there forever. Downstairs, I've left the existing radiators in because in the future, as I've explained, they're going to be doing an extension and underfloor heating is going to be going in everywhere. So how I've labelled this up is upstairs and downstairs heating. And obviously the downstairs in the future will become the underfloor heating, but at the moment we're just connecting up the temporary rads. So what I've done is I've got the nest that's wired in upstairs, which will in the future just do the upstairs radiator. I've got this nest that's going to be controlling both the upstairs and the downstairs, so it's sort of not really zoned at the minute. It's just upstairs and downstairs on together via one nest. So it's a bit of a temporary situation that we can alter at a later date. So down here you can see we've got the upstairs heating and downstairs, which in the future will become underfloor heating and upstairs radiators. I've got these two cables that run in behind these lot and they come into here, and then I've got a cable out which goes up to behind this fuse spur up here. So how it works is to try and simplify it. Obviously earths and neutrals, get them all in, and then you're left with the rest. You've got your greys off the motorised valves, that's your permanent live. And then you've got your brown out, which again, that goes up to there. So that's your live up from the fuse spur. Also got
your browns from the motorised valves, and that goes into the grey, which is going to go up there. And obviously you've got your switch lives, which is the oranges, and that's your black upstairs into there. So with your browns, what I've done there is the grey cable up here. That's this grey cable here. That loops in, and then this goes into the nest, and that's your 3. So when it calls, bang, opens the motorised valves up. Lovely stuff. Once the call is there, obviously, via the switch, which is this one. So this is the switch live, and that switch live goes back into a cable into the boiler, which comes out here, runs along this white one here, and goes into the switch live there. So that's how that is. We've got live, neutral, and earth. Obviously, all my live, neutral, and earths are coming out of the load side of the spur. Same with the neutrals and the earths. And that should simplify it. Now, upstairs, what I've got is obviously T1, T2. That's this like little 2-core that goes down, and I rodded that right through, and that's upstairs. So I'll come and show you where that is. Speed it up. Oh, so I placed that up here. So I'm gonna put this on in the wall for the minute, and then when you turn that up, it's gonna do all the radiators up here permanently, but temporarily it's also gonna do these existing radiators downstairs as well. So that's how we're gonna control the heating until they save up a bit more money and do this big extension and put underfloor heating down everywhere. What have I missed on this wiring as well? So on this particular system, I've plumbed in some close couple T's to hydraulically separate the system, because when they do put underfloor heating in, it's going to work properly. Basically, you've got a delta T of 20 upstairs on the radiators, and delta T11 on the underfloor heating. So for that, in order for that to work, you just want a nice bit of hydraulic separation. Really helps things out and keeps things balanced. So this is a primary circuit like that, in between the boiler like that. It's a real cheap way of doing it. And then this is this secondary circuit that goes into this pump. Now this pump is wired in, goes all the way up, all the way across, all the way up through there. You see this black cable around the top there. It's wedged in here to kind of make it look neat, up through, and I've wired that into, where are you? The external optional pump here. So on the settings on the PCB, I can go into, oh, can you remember it? D26 on there, option 2, select that there's a pump on. And then what that does is this and this pump talk to each other and work harmlessly. This pump overruns and it all works out. So even if there's no call for heat, you're not going to get that build up. It works out how to do it and how to not pump out to a dead end. And it shouldn't happen anyway, because you've got these close couple T's. But yeah, it looks, that's nicely done. And what I've got to remember here, let's pull that out. Easy mistake to make, we've all made that. Right, now that wiring's done, I'm just going to focus on getting these radiators back on. Carl, the naughty boy, has taken the screws out of the brackets. I'm going to have to rehang it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. He's done it on this one. On this one, look. Good boy. Not this really annoying, difficult, Brad. No. So what I've done here is obviously I'm marrying up onto this existing. That's the height of that. This was tucked behind existing like that part there, and then that does the other one over there. So what you do in this scenario, look, I've got a little bit of play on there, so it's not too bad. But what I do is I level across the centre of this valve, which is what I've done there with my level. So just go across like that. And then obviously when I had the rad up against the wall in the right place, I just marked on the wall where these go. It goes here, just marked in the centre there. So that's where the centre of my brackets are going. And then what I've done here is, if you measure from the bottom of the rad to the centre there, it's 25 mil. If you do from the bottom of the rad to the top of the bracket, it actually works out 525. So what I've done there is I've levelled across there, I've minused 25 from that to there. So that's centre, because obviously that's going to be, the bottom of the rad's going to be 25mm below that. Centre there, and I've just measured 500 up, which is giving me the top of the bracket there. Now I've done the top of the bracket because these shorter brackets I'm going to hang on the top. So they're going to go like that. The bottom ones don't hook in, so I'm just going to do all of the top of the brackets matching. Now, what is nice is it's a very long radiator, as you can see, is that because this bead's here, okay, hopefully it's magnetic. Oh, it's just one thing with this. One thing I don't like about this, there's one thing I don't like about this laser level, and that is too heavy for beads. I've got a little stabiler one, and I'll probably get that out. But normally you can stick that on there, and then that's going to give me the right level. As you can see, it would be like that. I can mark that across, but I'm gonna have to find something else because this won't stay. What I'll do in that situation is I just obviously find my marks. Well, that one, wasn't it? A mark there. And then I just carefully hold it with one hand like that. And then just mark the top of the laser level with my pencil. And that's gonna be bang on. Well happy with that. So as you can hear, the boiler's on. Obviously, there's no rads connected upstairs at the minute. All I've done is I've just put a little thumb fence up there so you can just get the air out. But downstairs, all the existing rads, woo, it's on. So I love it when you wired it all up and it all works straight away. So yeah, happy with this. It's come out nice. Nice and neat. You can see cables just shooting there. That comes out, it's nice and serviceable. Boom, if you pull that out. Yeah, happy with that. Well happy with that. Nice. Good day.